Okay, so for this video, I want to show you a quick tip on how to make your drums sound a bit more realistic, particularly your hi-hat, although you can definitely use this for kicks and snares. I just find myself using it most of the time for hi-hats. So one problem with hi-hats is when you have any beat, it just sounds too robotic. Every single hi-hat sounds exactly the same as the next. Like, here's a good example. Here, I'll go ahead real quick and solo this and play it for you. And you can see right here, it just sounds a little bit robotic. Sure, when it's mixed in with the beat, you might not notice it all that much, but for someone who's producing, it's a nuisance. It's something you definitely want to make sound more, I guess, organic. So there's a couple ways to get that. One of them is you can simply go in here, and usually what I used to do is I would simply go in here, and every other one I would lower. So this would be about here. That would be a little lower. This one may be a little higher than this one, and so forth. Then you just repeat that. And then here, I'll go ahead and copy that for these rows, and then it'll sound a bit more realistic. And sure, it's nice, but there's even better ways to do it. You can go in here if you want as well and exaggerate it further. Let's see, it doesn't quite sound where I want it. Let's go ahead and lower this all together, and then let's actually mess with these little, pull one up, pull one a little down. Okay, let's see how it sounds now. Okay. There you go. So sure, that'll help out. I'll go ahead and play it real quick just to give you an idea what everything sounds like. So you'll notice, sure, it sounds more lively, but I'll show you in a second a really good way to make it sound extremely realistic. Okay, it's an improvement, but one of the ways I'll show you real quick. Okay, so let's go ahead and ignore this one real quick. I'll shrink this, and I already kind of did this earlier, but I'll kind of show you what's going on. So what you do is you load your hi-hat into, what is this, simpler. Yeah, okay, so this is simpler. I always get them mixed up. Okay. You load it in here, and then where the control settings are, you might not even need to know how this works. As long as you just copy what I'm going to show you, it'll all make sense. So what you can do, well, what you should do is first things first, change your velocity volume to 50%. What this will do is it'll essentially create a more exaggerated effect when your velocity is changed. So if you think about it, like for me, I'm right-handed. If I was to play the hi-hats, I would probably, every time I strike it with my right hand, it'll sound a little louder than with my left. And it'll just be like a natural built-in bias. So that's part of the reason why on here, I'll go ahead and open this. You can see every other one is a little bit. So this one is hit a little harder. This one's hit a little harder. This one's hit a little harder, and so forth. You could just imagine these as if they were being hit by my right hand, and maybe that's why they're louder. That's why it has, a little bit more texture. Try to think of how it would sound realistically. On top of that, when you hit hi-hats harder, their pitch tends to change. And at the same time, if you hit them harder, they there tends to be a longer decay to it, a longer tail. So there's a way to get that effect in your hi-hats. So you just basically go on Max for Live, you open up the MIDI effect, and then you simply paste the expression control right here. And you set both of these to velocity. So you just go in here and set it. And then you map this to your detune. That way, every time it is hit harder, it detunes it a little bit and it creates a more realistic effect. And then you map another velocity one to your decay. That way, the harder it's hit, the more of a tail it has. So what you're doing essentially is creating like no hi-hat will sound like another. They all sound very individual. So you can see these knobs right here basically go crazy with each and every hi-hat because each and every one is a slightly different velocity that it's being struck. So here, I'll go ahead and play it for you just to show you exactly what's going on. So you see right here? And then what if it's even faster, you know? So you see where I'm going with this. You can do that for snares as well. So just picture yourself being a drummer. Is there any particular part where you would hit the snare that much harder? Maybe it's right before chorus, right before some sort of break, some fill, some drop, you name it. You can use this. And then all you have to do is go in here and change the velocity to whatever you want, and it'll create a more realistic sound for you. It's just something I do on my hi-hats because I just find they all sound kind of stale. And I mean, this is not done. I also recommend you can even layer hi-hats. So right here where you see, you know, one hi-hat, another one, another. So on every second one, you can add what I would do is probably layer one and have the volume reduced quite a bit so it's just barely noticeable. And that way it adds even more texture. But yeah, this is just a quick tip I decided to show you to create more organic sounding hi-hats. And yeah, just feel free to use it for whatever you want. Here's what the beat sounds like all together. I just threw it together real quick. Okay, and that's it for now. I should have a new video posted soon. If you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe. Also, feel free to give me a follow on SoundCloud or Instagram. I could always use the support. And I expect to just keep putting out more content. If there's anything specific you would like me to cover, just leave it in the comment section, and I'll try to get around to it as fast as I can. Thank you.